It certainly has its moments of difficulty being a woman in the trades. It depends on your attitude. The trades can be a lot of jokes, a lot of snarky comments. A lot of the time, it's just the atmosphere that blue collar workers are used to working in. A lot of the times, it's not necessarily meant to be targeted. It's just a sense of humor. So being able to let jokes roll off of you and not take them personally, not take them home and really like hold on to that. That's something that I had to learn. I had to practice. It's not easy because we all want to feel included and we don't want to feel seen or pointed out for being a woman just trying to do our job, right? So understanding that a lot of those comments should just roll off you. It's another day, you're going to get through it. It doesn't mean anything. If you can show up and do your job, then you're just as valuable as anybody else. There are also some physical aspects that are different being a woman in the skilled trades. I'll definitely admit that. But, to the same regard, I always use the point that millwrights work on machines as big as houses, and they also work on machines the size of your hand. And there's lots of different technicalities that certain, large, strong people can do, and certain small, maybe I wouldn't say weak because that's not the right term, but not as strong people can do. So there's a good example that I use again from one of the power plants I used to work at, where we had to go into like a generator, but the space between the casing around the generator and the generator itself is extremely narrow. So I had the honor of working alongside another female millwright on my team at my last company. And one of the bosses at the power plant said, I want her and her because they're the only small ones, the only nimble ones who can go into this spot and do this job. So when there's jobs that the strong men are going to get, there's so many jobs that are reserved for people with small bodies, small hands, flexibility, or just an attention to detail as well. A lot of women have a really, really strong attention to detail. And when it comes to rebuilding engines or gearboxes, taking everything apart, making sure things are meticulously labeled, taking good pictures, women are really good at that in general. And that's where you find your strong suits, where some areas you may not be able to shine. There are lots of other areas where you can shine. And it's not about making up for that or, hustling to prove that you can do it. But you just have to recognize that everybody has a part in a team, and it's still a very valuable part being a woman.